Yeah, today I was waiting for a certain flight from Ethiopia. The flight number was ETH877. So this aircraft, it is manufactured by Boeing company, and it was Boeing 737 Max 8 with a registration number Echo Tango Alpha Whiskey Hotel. So this aircraft, it was when I was checking the history, I saw it has only 2.7 years. 2.7 years. So 2.7 years is like 2 years and 7 months old. So this aircraft, it is not old. It is just a new aircraft which has been scheduled to make flights from Addis Ababa to Kamuzu International Airport. So this aircraft was scheduled to land 43 minutes past 12 p.m. Yeah, which was today afternoon. Before that, I want to explain to you about the history of Ethiopian Airlines. Remember, Ethiopian Airlines is one of the most well-performing airline in Africa. And Ethiopian Airlines was founded on December 30, 1945. Remember, it was done through the effort of the Empire Haile Selassie with assistance from TUA. It is TWA, which is Trans World Airline. So it commenced operations on April 8, 1946, and with a weekly service between Addis Ababa and Cairo with the Douglas DC propeller-driven aircraft. So the first aircraft that they flew during that time in 1946, actually it was a DC-3 propeller-driven aircraft. And remember, Ethiopian Airlines is a well-performing aircraft. So I was waiting for it here to land. So I was tracking it in my flight radar tracker 24. As you can be able to see at the far end, there was Emirates Airline. So this Emirates Airline, it is a cargo aircraft. So it is Emirates Sky Cargo. This Emirates Sky Cargo is it normally comes here. It brings cargo from Dubai to Malawi, then Malawi, Johannesburg, then Johannesburg direct to Dubai. So remember, as I was waiting for this aircraft from Ethiopia to land, I want to give you a history of Emirates. Remember, Emirates is a major airline that we have. So this Emirates, it was founded in 1985. So remember, as I said earlier, Ethiopian Airlines was founded in 1945, and now Emirates was founded in 1985. And now you can be able to see the difference. So I managed to capture Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 737 Max when it was now on approach after clearance from the control tower. It was coming very fast. It is now almost touching down at the runway touchdown now. It is almost touching down. Now it has touched down after clearance from the control tower. That is the aircraft I was waiting for. Okay, it was the aircraft I was waiting for. I was tracking it while from Addis Ababa to Kamuzu International Airport. As I told you, the registration for this aircraft, it is Echo Tango Alpha Whiskey Hotel. It is only 2.7 years old. It is 2.7 years old. It was flying from Addis Ababa to Lilongwe. Lilongwe is the capital city of Malawi. So the flight number, it was ETH877. So the time, it was 43 minutes past 12 in afternoon. And now, as I was saying, Emirates was founded in 1985 with the backing from Dubai government and the royal family. Remember, the royal family, they were the first people who really gave what we call a very big support to these Emirates. And also, the first flight for Emirates was from Dubai to Karachi. Remember, Karachi is in Pakistan, and it took place on October 25, 1985. If you want to know the history, the first flight of Emirates, it took place between Dubai and Karachi, meaning from UAE, which is United Arab Emirates, to Pakistan. And also it took place on October 25, 1985. So since then, Emirates has experienced a lot of growth, and now it has become the world's competitor to other airlines. So let's go to 1985. 1985, founded by Dubai government with the first flight which took place to Karachi, as I said. Let's go to 1986. In 1986, it added some other routes like Colombo, Dhaka. Dhaka, remember, it is in Senegal, and also it added some other routes like Amman, like Cairo in Egypt, and also to other networks. So Emirates was improving by that time, and people were very, 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 very happy. And also in 1987, it took a delivery of its first owned aircraft, which was Airbus 310-304. And also remember, it experienced a strong growth because it was buying a lot of aircraft. More passengers were now coming, and it was making 30% annual fee, and it continued to expand different routes. Now let's go to 1991. 1991, it added some slots like now to Heathrow, London in Heathrow, and after the Gulf War, after the Gulf War, it now made the business for Emirates to improve. Okay, and now let's see 1996. 1996 also, Emirates took delivery of its baseline Boeing 777-200, and also it started flights to Australia. Okay, so in Australia it made a lot of money and a lot of profit. In 1999, it introduced the Airbus 330-200 to its fleet. Okay, the time it added Airbus 330, now it started making a lot of money. And also in the year 2000, it made a major investments, including a large order for Airbus 380 and also Super Jumbos and Boeing 777. So it gave an order. Now remember, Airbus 380, first it entered into service in 2007. So, but Emirates gave an order in the year 2000. Okay, and in 2025, the airline now remains a global aviation player, and also for its products, services in aviation. So you need to understand that Emirates is one of the big airlines now, one of the big airlines we have at the particular moment. So now my flight now is coming. It's almost arriving at the bay. So all the workers in Kamuzu International Airport, some of the ground handlers were here waiting. Some of the operators were here waiting for this aircraft to come. So all the equipments were assembled. The cabin groomers were here ready to clean the aircraft, and also off-roaders, they were here. Okay, the refueling vehicle was on the way coming. The VIP vehicles were also assembling here from different points of the airside, and now they were waiting for this flight. Remember, as I told you, this flight was flying from Ethiopia. It was flying from Ethiopia in Addis Ababa, and now it was scheduled also to depart from here after a few minutes to Addis Ababa. As I told you, the registration was Echo Tango Alpha Whiskey Hotel. Okay, so this aircraft, as I said, it was only 2.7 years old, which is 2 years and also 7 months only. 2 years and 7 months. Remember, Airlink was landing. I also managed to capture Airlink. It was landing from Johannesburg. So Airlink, mostly the Airlink aircraft that normally comes here, it is Embraer 190 that normally flies from Johannesburg to Kamuzu International Airport. So the aircraft of airing that came today, it was the registration was Zulu Sierra Yankee Zulu Echo. It was flying from Johannesburg to Kamuzu International Airport. I also managed to record it, but now at almost the end of the video. So Zulu Sierra Yankee Zulu Echo is an Embraer E190 Alfa Romeo aircraft which is operated by Airlink. Remember, it entered into service on October 19, 2023, and it was released from a company called Varco. Okay, so now we are now on to see many things on this side. So Emirates was there. They were also off-roading and also roading at the same time. So Ethiopian Airlines was now taxiing. The marshal was standby. Everybody was standby and also waiting to give a service. You know, when aircraft comes to your airport, they pay what we call landing fee, they pay takeoff fee, they pay parking fee, they pay terminal fee. So there is a lot of money the aircraft generates. So the more the flights, the more the money. The less the flights, the less the money. That's what you are supposed to know. Like if you go to Dubai, in Dubai there is a lot of aircraft. That's why you get someone is earning a salary of 3,500 US dollars. You wonder how. It is because of the flights. We in aviation we say the aircraft traffic, it is very high. So if the aircraft traffic is very high, the workers get a lot of salary. But if the traffic is very low, then the workers, they get a very low salary. So you can now be able to see Emirates Airline Boeing 737 Max8 from Ethiopia, from Addis Ababa. It landed now safely in Kamuzu International Airport. So the marshal was marshalling it very well. The ground handlers, they were waiting. Everybody was highly waiting. Okay, so everybody was waiting for this flight to come. So today I had a privilege to track it using my flight data tracker, and at the same time I managed to record it even after it landed, after it took off, and also I managed to track it while it was on the way, or while it was en route to Addis Ababa. So I normally record these videos so that they can be able to educate you to see what are some of the flights which are operating to Kamuzu International Airport, what kind of cargo aircraft that comes here. Now on this video you have seen Emirates cargo flight is coming here. Ethiopian Airlines, it comes here. The 737 normally comes here. The Boeing 777 normally comes here, and also Boeing 787 normally comes here. Airbus 350, there is one time it came here. So a lot of aircrafts normally come on this airport, and if you check some of my videos, there is a video I posted about how BC Kamuzu International Airport looks like. You can be able to witness that the airport is very busy all the time. So you can be able to see on this side how it was, and now how I managed to capture this flight from Addis Ababa. Okay, from Addis Ababa. So this is Ethiopian Airlines. You know, many people think Ethiopian Airlines is a small airline. You should know that Ethiopian Airlines started operating in 1945. Okay, you know, 1945, and Emirates started operating in 1985. If you minus between 1985 and 1945. That's a range of almost 40 years. So after after Ethiopian Airlines was founded, 40 years later, that is the time Emirates came into being. But now Emirates is major airline, is a very bigger airline than Ethiopian Airlines. So what does it mean? Then it means you may be able to begin something, but somebody might start after many years and they might be able to defeat you. Now Emirates is a star. Actually, it's a star. It has many aircraft, very big aircraft, Airbus 380s. Okay, it has Boeing 777, Boeing 787, Airbus 330, Airbus 350. So it has a lot of aircrafts. It has a lot of fleet. It makes a lot of money. But Ethiopian, it started in 1945, but still it is the best airline in Africa. You know, in many countries they don't have an airline. They don't have an airline. Many countries they don't have. Okay, so that is why we normally call it a flag carrier. If you see a flag carrier in your country, is a major achievement. So you can now be able to see how I managed to capture this aircraft. So the operator was waiting to put the stairs. After putting the stairs, he will go and knock the door. So in aviation, the crew member is not supposed to open the door before the knock. So knocking is like a culture, is like a norm in aviation. So after putting the stairs, the operator will knock the door. After knocking the door, then the passer, there is a person who is called a passer. A passer is a cabin crew leader, normally sits near the door. He will be able to witness by checking through the aircraft window. He will be able to check who is knocking. Then he will be able to see it is an operator who is knocking. After that, then he will be able to open the door, and passengers will start coming out from business class, starting from business class. Then after that, then economy class will follow. So in this flight, there were almost two disabled people, two disabled passengers, because I saw two wheelchairs which were being taken to the scene, meaning there were two disabled or elderly or unwell, or those people who were feeling unwell, meaning they were sick at that particular time. So you can be able to see how everybody or every department was very busy to ensure that they handle this flight in a proper way. On the other side, you can be able to see an aircraft catering vehicle which normally carries food. It is on this side, and now a lot of equipment they on the ground, like aircraft lavatory vehicle, the one that they removes the sewage from the aircraft. So there was a lot of arrangements. So these are the bags. You know, this is a good preparation. You take the bags nearby. After offloading the bags from the aircraft, then you load this one faster to avoid delay of the aircraft. Aircraft is not supposed to delay. Even if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, they are so important to that flight. So most of the operators, they don't like to delay an aircraft, because the airline will be able to write a complaint to the company and say that you delayed us 10 minutes, so we will not be able to pay the service fee. So that's why you normally see people are hardworking. Like now, this operator has already taken the bags nearby, so that the time they offload after finishing, immediately they would start loading the bags immediately to avoid a major problem. So in airport we have what we call teamwork. Teamwork, it means you coordinate one another from one department to another department. You coordinate to ensure that things are done in a proper way, in a proper time, in a given situation, and also in a proper way to avoid confusion, to avoid blaming. You know, people like blaming. It is not me, it is them, it is him, it is her. Okay, it is you, it is not me. So people like blaming each other. So that's why in aviation we are being trained to ensure that we love one another and we work as a team, because a delay of a flight does not affect me, does not affect you, but it affects all of us. So that's why we normally work as a team to ensure that everything is in a good place, so that we cannot be able to delay the aircraft. So many tractors, they were here. Like now this tractor, it brought bags here. So this area is called inbound baggage area. Inbound are those bags which are now coming, like now these ones. These are bags which came with the aircraft from Addis Ababa. So they will be able to be placed here at the outbound baggage area. They will be able to be put in a conveyor belt. Then it will be able to bring them to the baggage reclaiming area. And after those passengers have come out of the aircraft, they will be able to get their bags in the baggage reclaiming area after finishing from immigration. So there is something you need to understand. We have what we call inbound baggage area, and we have what we call outbound baggage area. When we talk about inbound, inbound is for those bags which are coming, okay, and outbound, they are those bags which are now going, okay, going out. So it might be a domestic outbound luggage area, it might be international inbound baggage area, or it might be international outbound baggage area. So we have inbound and we have outbound. So outbound, they are those which are going outside. Inbound, they are those which are coming in, either from domestic or from international. You can be able to see how they have been arranged earlier. So they have been organized in a proper way to ensure that they deliver things in advance, because they don't want to delay this aircraft. As I told you, this aircraft of Ethiopian Airlines, it is only 2.7 years old. It is a very new aircraft, brand new. It's a brand new aircraft. So it has 2 years and 7 months only. So that is Emirates. So Emirates, I came to realize, they operate very new aircraft. They don't operate old. They operate a new aircraft, maybe 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, like that. Very new aircraft. So remember this aircraft, it landed 43 minutes past 12 p.m. You can be able to see passengers now. I want to zoom, then you see these passengers who are walking from the aircraft to the immigration. They were walking from the aircraft to the immigration. So when we talk about passenger disembarkation, we talk about passengers coming out of the aircraft. So when they come from the aircraft, they must go through 4 government agencies. So the first agency is health department. So when they come from this aircraft, the first area they are going to meet or to be served is called health department, which is a government agency in Malawi. So this health, they will check if you have a yellow fever card. They will check if you might be able to have a disease which can be able to be spread, maybe contagious. Specifically, we call it, they normally check if you have contagious diseases which can be able to be spread to the people of Malawi. If you have a contagious disease like Ebola, like Corona, okay, they will not allow you, or they will take you to quarantine. They will not allow you to enter into the city, into Lilongwe. Then after finishing from health department, they will be able to go to immigration. So the second department is what? Immigration. So after they have finished from health department, after they have been checked that they don't have diseases which can be able to spread to the people of Malawi, then they will be cleared to go to immigration. So what do immigration check? Immigration will be able to check their documents. They normally ensure that every passenger who is arriving in Malawi carries proper documentation. This proper documentation, it includes genuine passports, okay, because some people travel with a fake passport. So they have to check if this passport is fake or real before you enter into Malawi. So, and they have to check if you have visa, okay? And even if you have visa, they have to check if you are allowed to enter into the country. That is the work of immigration. If you are not allowed to enter into the country, they will be able to deport you back to your country. So you must be very careful before you fly to another country. Check if you have visa. Check if even if you have visa, are you allowed to enter into that country? So at this particular time, when you finish from immigration, you go to customs. Customs, their work it is to check what we call goods and services which you are now carrying in your bag. If you are carrying them, if they confiscate them, then you will have to pay what we call a custom fee. You will be charged what we call custom fee. Then you will be able to be given your items. So when you fly to another country, you must be able to check what you are carrying, because when you reach at the customs, they will be able to charge you some money depending on what you are now carrying. And also after customs, they will be able to go again to the last department, which is called agriculture. So agriculture is a government agency in the airport here in Malawi, which normally checks about plants and animals which are entering into the country. What kind of plants are you carrying in your bag? What kind of animals are you carrying in your bag? So if you are carrying those animals which are illegal, which are not allowed to enter into Malawi, then they will be able to arrest you, or they will be able to arrest you and deport you to your country where you came from. So if you finish now from agriculture, then you will be able to get out of the terminal. You will get a taxi. So this taxi will be able to take you wherever you choose, or wherever you are going. If you are coming to Lilongwe, if you are going to Salima, if you are going to Saleka, if you are going to Mujinji, if you are going to Njepa, if you are going to Rumbase, okay, then they will be able to take you. So it is also important to learn from this video, because it is explaining you about the steps or the procedures you follow when you are landing from another country. So you must know, or you must be aware, that there are 4 government agencies that you must pass through them. The first government agency, as I said, it is what we call health department. Then you go to immigration. Then from immigration you go to customs. Then from customs you go to agriculture. So that is what you are supposed to understand. Even the time of taking off, you need to know that you must pass through security. You come to the check-in, then you go to immigration, then you go to security again, then you go to waiting room, then from the waiting room, then you will be able to board. You will be able to be transported, then you go to board. So this is Airlink. Airlink was landing. I managed to capture it. This is Airlink. This aircraft of Airlink, I really checked the years of this aircraft. It is 17.3 years. So it is 17 years and 3 months. So this aircraft registration, I came also to check it. It is from South Africa, which is registration. It is Zulu Sierra Yankee Zulu Echo. As I've said, it is Zulu Sierra Yankee Zulu Echo. So this aircraft, it is registered in South Africa, and it is Embraer 190. It entered into service on October 19, 2023, and it was released from Farco. Okay, it is released from Farco. So it is Embraer 190. When I talk about Embraer 190, it is an aircraft which is manufactured by Embraer company. So this aircraft normally operates from Johannesburg to Kamuzu International Airport. The registration number, it is Zulu Sierra Yankee Zulu Echo. It is only 17 years 3 months old. Remember, it was tested. The time it was when we talk about test registration, it is Papa Tango Sierra Alpha Delta. If you check about airframes, they are still active. So that aircraft, it is 17.3 years. 17.3 years. Remember, it is old than all the aircraft which are here. That Airlink aircraft is older. So Emirates was now leaving to Johannesburg. That is Emirates Sky Cargo. It was leaving, and the kids here who were watching, they were very happy. So also I managed to capture Ethiopian Airlines when it was departing from Kamuzu International Airport to Addis Ababa. Remember, I also managed to capture it on the way. I managed to capture it. I will be able to show you how I managed to capture it one by one. So the kids here, they are making a lot of noise. They are very happy to see an aircraft for first time. There are some kids who normally come to the waving bay in Kamuzu International Airport. This is the flight I was tracking. So I was tracking it from Lilongwe to Addis Ababa. It just left here in Lilongwe few hours ago. So this is Lilongwe and this is Addis Ababa. The flight number, it is ETH876. The airline is Ethiopian Airlines. Then you can be able to see how it is flying. The type of aircraft, as I told you, it is a Boeing 737 Max8. Registration, it is Echo Tango Alpha Whiskey Hotel. So the flight level it is using, it is at 7,000 feet. Okay, so you can be able to check the speed. The speed is 442 knots. That's the speed it is using right now. You can be able to see ICAO, latitude, longitude, can be able to track this aircraft now. Well, I record it while here in Lilongwe. Now I want to see when it is taking off from Lilongwe, where will it pass? It will pass through Kasungu. It will pass over. We have Dowa, Mponera, Ntinsi. Still, that is in Malawi airspace. It will go to Bwanche. It will go to Liwadazi. It will pass through Boa. It will go through Lake Malawi. It will fly over Lake Malawi. It will pass through this Nkanze. It will pass through Muzuzu. It will pass through Chiweta, Livingstonia, Chirumba. It will pass through Rudewa, Mrangali, Wemba. Now at this area, it will be able to cross many other areas. So it will enter Tanzania here in a place called Makambako. We have Karonga, we have Ipanya. So it will go to Iringa. It will fly over Dodoma here. And now this is now the flight I'm tracking from Malawi to Addis Ababa. So scheduled time, it is 3 hours. So you can be able to see it is almost flying over the airspace of Tanzania. It is entering the airspace of Kenya. So you can be able to see the airports which are around. You can be able to see some other aircraft. Let me check this one. Which registration of aircraft is this? Let me check. It is flying from Kigali. I think it's flying to Arusha. Registration number, it is 5 Hotel Alpha Bravo. That's an aircraft registered in Tanzania. So we have other aircraft on the same area. We have other aircraft registration number, it is 5 Hotel Papa Tango Juliet. So I'm tracking this aircraft, this one. This is the one I'm tracking. So this is Ethiopian Airlines flight